Welcome back to some more battles. We are in the Summer Cup Ultra League Edition, and today we're going to be using our Jellicent paired with the Shadow Typhlosion and the Virizion in the back. This is not a great lead, but we can stay in for a little bit because they are running the Poison Fast move, allowing us to get to this bait move. And looks like our opponent does reach another late blade, so we're just going to tank the move and go into our Typhlosion, and we get a little bit of energy head start, which allows us to get to this back-to-back Thunder Punch. Our opponent does reach serve, so we're going to have to shield, and we're going to hope that we either get their last shield here or get the KO, but our opponent elects to shield it. They're going to take us out here with the Surf, and now we're just going to make sure we come in with our Virizion, able to reach this Leap Blade before they can get to their Shadow Bomb. And our opponent does throw a move into our Jelly, and we did catch the Sludge Bomb, so great catch by us. And now we have a decent situation. They could have farmed us down, but then our Virizion would have been able to just completely wall that thing. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with a catch with our Jelly. All right, next we got Jelly Mirror situation. He's always iffy. We are just going to over farm. We are assuming they have the cap tie. We are just going to tank that first move, and it looks like our opponent invest their shield, and then we're going to try to catch a Surf, and we do catch the Surf, which is nice. And now we see the Typhlosion come back in. Typhlosion is going to be very difficult to deal with, especially since they have those incinerates going through. However, we did grab that last shield, so this Typhlosion doesn't have any protections left. We have one Surf banked, and investing a shield will take out this Typhlosion with residual energy, so that's a pretty good investment. And then we have this Typhlosion versus Jelly again. We have to overfarm. They go for that Surf. We're gonna go for this Thunder Punch, and it doesn't KO, so we have to throw this Thunder Punch, otherwise they get to another move. And in the back is the Genesect that has no chance against our Typhlosion. Down goes the Genesect. So GG's to our opponent. Good recognition by us that we had a Thunder Punch banked, and since it didn't KO, we had to throw that move. All right, next we have the Genesect again. What move does this Genesect know? It looks like we are just going to tank the first move. Ooh, Techno Blast. Super effective move. Unfortunately, goes through. However, you can see right here, we unfortunately get farmed down. So that's really, really unfortunate for us. They go into their Swamper. We have a Virizion for this, and we actually just want to get as much energy as possible. We are going to fire off this Sacred Sword towards this Genesect. This Genesect coming back into this Virizion is very peculiar. We are just going to save a shield, and we're hoping that this is going to be a winning formula. Okay, so Skeledors in the back could be problematic. We had to call a move right there, and we did call the correct bait, which allows us to get to 2 Thunder Punches. So we have to shield here. They're going to go for another Torch Song most likely. Yep. And now we know they win cap tie, so we have to either take this out now or potentially combo, but they farm us down, and now we have no chance to win with another Torch Song incoming. So GG's to our opponents. It looks like they kind of just had good alignment. Genesect in the lead, able to whittle our Jelly down. Shadow Typhlosion in the lead. They try to catch the move, and our opponent here switch it into the Virizion Stone Edge is used, and that is fortunate for our opponent. They are able to flip the switch. However, we have our own Virizion, which, because they're running Stone Edge, most likely they're running the Leaf Blade, and that is indeed the case. So we completely wall this Virizion, and they switch out into their Typhlosion. We go into our Jelly. We have the shield advantage for now, but not for long, because we're going to invest 2 shields here because we want to ramp up as much energy with this Jelly. We know that they have another Thunder Punch incoming pretty soon, but looks like we are going to be able to reach another Surf to completely wipe out all that energy. We see the Virizion come in, so we're going to combo play into our own Virizion. And luckily for us, we kept our Virizion pretty healthy, and we see a Swampert in the back, which has no chance. If it was shadowed, that Sludge might have KO'd, but because they're not shadowed, it doesn't quite deal 50%, and down goes the Swampert. So GG's to our opponents, able to win that game, even though we completely lost Switch. But also, we didn't necessarily want to win the Switch, so it ended up okay. Okay, good lead here. They swap into the Roserade. Roserade gets met with our Typhlosion. Typhlosion is going to invest a shield here and look for the farm down. If they come back with... okay, it looks like they are going to come back in here with the Talon. We have these Thunder Punches to throw. Looks like we did grab the shield back, so I think that was a pretty good investment, considering we still have a Jelly for this Talon. This Talon here, trying to overfarm. We get to the serve before they get to their move. We grab that last shield. From this range, Brave Bird doesn't KO, so we just let it go. And then we get to another serve before they can get to another move. Down goes the Talon with residual energy. And now we see the Venusaur. Venusaur, pretty solid against our Jelly. However, we're going to force some energy here. 1 shield, and we get to this Shadow Ball. Significant damage, gets them into the low yellow. We force out another Frenzy, and now we can just comfortably throw a Sacred Sword because they're already in the red. Sludge Bomb, super effective, but not enough to take down the tanky Virizion. Probably only doing like 60%, and down goes their team. So GG's to our opponent. Check out the team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoy the video.